Ladies and gentlemen, I am joined by Matt Burnell. Thank you very much for joining me. Now, I've got to say, awesome matchup against Arnold Allen. You must have been, as a fighter, really excited because Arnold's doing really well. You were two of the Europe's top prospects, really, the best way to look at it. And when this matchup was made for you, is this the kind of fight that gets you fired up?
Yeah, it definitely is the kind of a matchup that fires me up, and it's a good. I like challenges, and it's a good challenge. So hey, let's go.
Obviously, have you? No, you know Arnold Allen, I imagine, from the UK scene. Have you watched footage of him lately? For example, his McWarney fight. Did you watch all that stuff or do you let your coaches just watch him? What's happened there?
I knew him actually. I knew who he was kind of like before UFC because I had some friends that fought on the same cards, like Damir Hadzovic. He fought on the same card as Arnold. Yeah. So I actually knew like his style before UFC, and then I watched a little bit, but most of it I let my coaches watch.
Yeah,
I just gotta do me. So
yeah, absolutely. Was that when Hadzovic fought Martin Delaney on the Super Saturday card? Was it?
I can't remember. It's just like Damir have been fighting a lot on the Cage Warriors scene, and back then I was training with Nicolas Dalby as well, and like they were fighting a lot on Cage Warriors. So sometimes when they were fighting, he was fighting as well.
Yeah, because they've got because Arnold was with BKK, wasn't he? So you had Jack Mason, Sean Carter, all them boys, and it's like you say, all those guys. You were always kind of similar cards, so I'd imagine you would have seen each other quite a bit. It's going down in Liverpool, which is their first event in Liverpool for the UFC, which maybe some people doesn't make a big deal, but it's going to be massive. It's sold out pretty fast. Have you got
That's
a lot of people?
Freaking annoying. It's sold out so quick because I was like, yo, to all my friends, come man, it's in Europe, bro. Come watch, and everybody was like, yeah, we're gonna come. And then like I was like posting like 2 days to buy tickets, 1 day to buy tickets, and then the days there, it's like 2 minutes, bam, and then they're sold out. That's crazy.
It's a good thing, but man, it sucks for your friends. Yeah,
of course, it's good.
It's good. Yeah, I was going to say because the atmosphere is going to be electric. You know, because obviously the first time there, it's going to be wild. Is that something that you're going to kind of get the buzz off, the atmosphere? Is that something do you hear that yourself when you're walking out into the cage? Or some fighters just, they zone out. They don't hear much other than their coaches, and the kind of everything else is just a bit of a blur, like a dull noise.
I would say like I just listen to my coaches. That's it. I don't really think about the audience.
And your coaches then, obviously, do they give you a game plan for Arnold, or is it just a case of, you know, they know what you are, they know what you do, they say maybe, okay, Arnold's got he's got X, Y, Z to look out for, so we're going to work on these specific things to counter him, but other than that, be you.
It's like, isn't it like what Bruce Lee said, be like water? But yeah, also like I just try to do me, and then my coaches look out for whatever they look for, and I just go in there and have fun and compete.
And now I've noticed on your social media, you're doing the wrestling with some kind of American champion or something like that. I saw some like video footage of that. What's all that about?
That was a month ago because they had this big ass tournament in Denmark where they had like Olympians. Mark O. Madsen, the Olympian silver medalist, was there. They had like, I think they had 3 or 4, maybe 5 Olympic Olympic medalists.
Wow.
And a couple of world champion medalists, and then the American Greco-Roman team was there. So I was wrestling with the American Greco-Roman champion.
Man, that is an awesome kind of opportunity to get, man.
Matt Lindland is their coach. He was there as well in little Denmark.
Legend,
yeah.
Man. Oh man, that'd be cool to meet him. Did you maybe get to spend a bit of time, like, so to speak, with them? Did you get any coaching points? Did you pick their brains on anything, or was it just having like an actual role with them?
I just went around with them sparring.
Yeah. Oh, nice, man. It's one of the things you can't put a price on it. You get those opportunities to jump on it.
What were you saying?
It's one of the things that you can't put a price on.
And like a lot of guys was like, it was like they had a Hungarian team, they had a Danish team, they had an American team, they had like teams from all around the world, and the teams were kind of like keeping them for themselves, right?
Yeah.
I was a complete outsider. I just came in because Mark, he is my friend, and he was like, yeah, come down and train with us, blah blah blah. But I wasn't really like connected to any wrestling team, so all of them was like looking like, what the fuck is this dude doing here?
yeah.
But it was good.
Hey, that's cool, man. I noticed as well. You got Pani competing last week, and she performed really well. So that must be like a big kind of boost with you, because obviously she's someone that you've trained with, and you've got recently had Nicholas Dalby. He put on a great performance. To be fair, in Cage Warriors, he's someone Alex Jakobsen as well. He's a warrior. You've got a rich talent of fighters around you. Have you noticed as well? Obviously, you've got. Like, for example, Alexander Gustafsson with their gym and the boys there. But have you noticed, I certainly have as well, outside of that, there's like a mini explosion in Scandinavia of MMA talent. I see it coming along. You've got Back as well with a great performance. And, man, you must be excited, yourself, being proud of seeing what's coming out from your nation.
Yeah, but it's cool. But actually, a lot of the dudes you just mentioned, they're not really from my nation. If you know
No. But Scandinavia, yeah. I was made sure I put that in because I know it's not exactly where you're from, but it's that Scandinavian kind of area. Like I'm just kind of putting you all together as a cluster.
Yeah, I just wish everybody like success with whatever they're doing, unless they're fighting me, of course. But otherwise, I just wish everybody success with what the hell they're doing.
And with your training, your coaching, and your gym, because you've got, like you say, you got Demir, who's an absolute savage as well. So I'm sure the pair of you have a lot of fun together. I'm sure the pair of you get. It's quite a lot of benefit for the pair of you being in similar kind of weight, similar size to train with each other, because it's hard to find that sometimes you can be the big fish in a gym and there's not that kind of someone to bounce off with. So is that quite useful when you've got someone like Demir around, so you can have that level of fighting?
Demir is a very good training partner, but like some of the other very good training partners people don't even know about, and like European champions in jiu-jitsu, wrestling, all kinds of stuff, but people don't know about them, but they're also like really, 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 really good.
So who are some of these people? Who are some of them? Because throw their names out there.
It's a welterweight called Louis Glisman. He's a freaking beast. And then we have another dude called Joshua Mansak. He's also very, very good. And Marco Birk, very good. Alexander Yoksimovic. That's just to name a few of them, right? But they're very, very good. But people don't know about them.
No,
but they probably will.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It's like a bubbling pot. They're there, and they're going to be probably the next 18 months or so. They'll start to be names that people know. But again, there's that many people in MMA. It's very difficult to keep on tabs. Like, for example, yourself, UFC roster's got just under 600 people. Then you go to all the other promotions. To remember all of them, and then you've got to remember each gym, each trainer. It's a lot of people.
Yeah, it's a lot.
It's a lot to stand out. Is there anything particularly that do you feel like for you to stand out, performing, winning, that's all you're bothered about? Because some guys on social media, for example, let's talk about Colby Covington. Colby Covington does a lot of this. Now he does win fights, but he uses a lot of that to get the attention.
To be honest, I think Colby Covington, he's a bitch. Like he's straight up bitch. I like the way Chill. For example, the Chael did it. He did it with kind of a charm. Yeah, and also sometimes the time. But I think
humor charm.
Colby Covington, that's too much. That's too much.
Because Chael did it, but you knew it was humor. Like it was just so sarcastic. It worked. You kind of knew what he was doing. You knew he was he was joking.
For example, the thing at the last event they had, Bellator, where I just heard his podcast a couple of days ago, and then he said he walked up in the cage and he wanted to talk mad trash to Then while he's talking trash, he realizes that Fedor doesn't understand English, right? And then in the middle of talking trash, he's like, I was thinking about stopping because like Fedor is such a nice guy, he says, and he don't want to talk trash. So he's like, blah. But then again, then that's cool. But then when he was fighting Tito, he kind of stepped the line as well. Stepped across the line with the trash talk. But it's a fine line.
Yeah, it's a fine line. Yeah, obviously with yourself, it's not. You're not a Colby Covington. That's what I like to say. So that's not your style. You do a little bit on your social media. You're not a say smack talker like Arnold Allen. I haven't seen a pair of you doing anything like this on social media.
No, you know, because he, to be honest, like a nice bloke. So yeah, we just go in there, scrap and whatever,
and have a beer after.
That's it. Whatever, yeah.
Yeah, well, look, I'll admit Arnold's a good guy. You know, like you say, I've met Arnold before, and he's a good kid. And you know, I've seen your social media, so to speak, followed and you're not. You know, the pair of you, just what I would call professionals, and I mean that in the respect of you go in, you train, you go to fight, and that's what you do. You do what you're paid to do, and that's the thing. Do you feel beating someone like Arnold Allen will help get you a kind of top 15 opponent, then like someone ranked around the top 15 mark? Because Arnold Allen's doing well, yourself, you're a top performer. The 145 division, as we know, is stacked anyway. But is that something you look at?
It's like basically just in front of you will get you to the top. When it comes, it comes. I just gotta be prepared, bass, and then whatever happens, happens.
So, have you done anything different recently with your training camps? Have you obviously you did the wrestling bit, which was a kind of that was a one-off experience, so to speak. Have you been doing anything else? Have you been going anywhere else, trying anything like new therapies, like recovery methods? Obviously, people do a lot of different things these days. Have you done anything different yourself?
I've been keeping way more track of not overtraining. So, like, I've had some guys every day, every morning, being overtrained, and and then I've just been training my freaking ass off.
So you're listening to your body now. You're starting to realize that there's no need to go and do. I could do 2 sessions. I can do one hard and maybe tape it down a little bit. And you're starting to listen more to your body, are you? This is just, I suppose that's maturity as well.
Yeah. Be smarter for this. Yeah.
You don't want to get injured. Overtraining can easily lead to a silly injury. Just, like a calf strain or anything.
Last fight, because after my last fight I went to after my first UFC fight with Paris, I went to California a month after, and then I was training, and then in a scramble, my AC joint popped. So my shoulder, my this what the fuck you call it, the collarbone was popping up, right? And I couldn't do anything, so I had to go home. And then it's like they called to get me a fight. I wanted to fight, so I said yes. And that must have been like in December or something. And there in December, I could just start like using my arm. I just started using my arm, and then the weight cut was super hard, and like my fucking injury and everything was just shit, right?
Yeah.
So now coming into this camp is like been smooth.
That's good. That's
so
it's like a mental bridge is being built then because of that. Obviously, because the previous one, it's a lot of stress. People don't realize the stress. If you've got like an injury, working around the injury, then if you've got the weight cut included in that, it's a lot of stress on the mind. And the mind, if your mind's not there, it can affect your focus big time, especially on training when you're trying to absorb information, trying to grow and develop.
You just gotta flip every situation to a positive situation. You know, gotta look on the positive side, and then everything will be alright.
Yeah, exactly. Every cloud, so to speak. Yeah. I think you got a lot out. It sounds silly. It was a bad predicament, but you got probably a lot out of it than you would have done if you weren't injured or if you didn't have the weight cut wasn't a nightmare. You know, you kind of, like you say, you got to look for the positives, and you've got your coaches who saw this, experienced it with you. the lot of you can just work together to maybe make things smoother next time. Also, you can pass that knowledge on to your training partners if they ever have anything similar.
Exactly.
It makes a big difference, man.
Yeah.
Oh, it's huge, dude. I've got to ask then. So, you're training. Do you train at one gym? Do you go to other gyms maybe to spar with different training partners? What is your kind of training session and regime look like?
So I have like jiu-jitsu and MMA I have at the same place. And then I have a private, not a private, but I have like one-on-one boxing lessons with 2 coaches watching me.
All right.
And then I have another place where I do strength and conditioning. And then for the kickboxing and boxing, we bring in like the type of guy I'm fighting, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, it's close to the style, yeah.
Yeah, and then in MMA, we have a big team with a lot of guys who can do whatever, right?
Do whatever, yeah.
And also bring guys in.
I was going to say, yeah, because some gyms bring guys in, some don't. Every gym's variable, so obviously, and you yourself, as much as you're tied to a gym, if there's something you specifically need to or would like to try,
sorry,
it's okay. It's okay. You're a popular man. It's all good.
No, it was a alarm, but it's fine.
Ah, right. Bedtime. Go to bed. Go to bed.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's no
cool, man. Yeah,
it was like I need to smack somebody in FIFA. No.
Oh, right. Oh, no, you got FIFA.
I'm kidding.
No, I was going to say, I haven't played FIFA for a long time.
You're missing out, buddy.
Man, I don't even have a computer console anymore. Like, the only thing I play, I go into the old school games. Like, I mean old school, like Sega Mega Drive games, man. I like playing those old retro ones. Man, honestly, it sounds weird, but like, because I haven't played them for so long, there's something about it, dude. I just love playing them, man. But yeah, FIFA, I haven't played FIFA since...
Yeah, even though it's
6-7 years.
Mega Drive is.
Oh, it's cutting out there. Wait there a sec, bro. Oh, the signal's jilting. Oh, where are you? That's all good. The signal basically just kind of, it just drops out every now and then. It's all good. It's all good. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I was saying I haven't played FIFA for so long. I haven't got a computer. I have an Xbox 360, which is in a box somewhere, and I haven't seen it for years, man. I'm out. I'm way out. I know.
Xbox 360 doesn't count. Once you go PlayStation, you never go anywhere else.
Oh, you see, I went PlayStation 1. You see, I went PlayStation 2. And then I went Xbox. Well, I went Xbox for one game, I think it was. And then I was like, well, I'm not going to get both. I'll just have that for now. And that was what it was, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you're going on FIFA, then what's your team?
I'm playing with Juventus right now.
Okay, that's okay. So I was going to say in the UK, that could have, depending on which team you said, maybe I could have got a bit of traction. But Juventus, you're okay, unless there are Italian people listening.
Yeah.
Man, Juve, yeah, got Buffon. I think he's playing his last season this season, man. Yeah.
What were you saying?
Buffon, he's playing his last season, isn't he? He's retiring this season.
I don't know. He's old as hell. He's a dinosaur, but he's still playing. So
he's still class. It's crazy, isn't it, man? It's sports science, isn't it?
But that's how it is when you're a goalkeeper. You can be like almost 80 years old and still be on the.
You can get away with it, yeah. You don't have to have much cardio, man. You can.
No.
As long as you can just go up and down that line.
That must be the best paid job where you're doing the least. Try to think if you're a goalkeeper for Barcelona or Real Madrid, you're just standing there looking, nothing is happening. Maybe once in a while you're just kicking the ball up there and then you can be drinking a beer or whatever. Nobody's getting close to the goal.
I've got a better job being the second or third choice goalkeeper. You never play and you get paid a lot of money to wear the shirt. How easy is that, man?
That's crazy.
Man, like that's what you want to be. Don't want to be the best. You want to be like second or third and just sit in the back. I'll sign that 10-year contract. I'll sign that.
That must be boring, just sitting on the bench. You must have some aspirations, right?
Yeah, just getting your bank account really big.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just just sitting there, yeah, just handing out money to people in the crowd. It's okay, it's okay. That's a good aspiration.
All of a sudden, Drake's God's plans to just start handing out money and.
Yeah, that's what it is. Just
Yeah.
walking through the crowd, man. I was gonna say you like your hip hop. I saw you liking the game and 50 Cent. You were shouting out about their albums. How
Yeah,
and
I grew up on that stuff.
Me too, man. I'm
Yeah.
the same, bro. Like the game album was absolutely
Documentary.
amazing, man.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah,
I've got these
like,
new phones.
I think when 50 came out with Get Rich or Die Trying, he was kind of like the rap music's Mike Tyson. You know,
Yeah, man.
that album was just insane. Also,
like-
documentary with
Yeah.
Game, but yeah, it's freaking good.
so good, man, isn't it? Yeah, I know. Like Dr. Dre 2001, that was great as well. It's just some
It's like
great hip hop stuff.
hip hop or rap from around 2007 and forward is shit.
It is.
You can just flush it in the toilet, take a humongous shit on it. It's just ugh. But
It
before
is.
2007 and everything back is very good.
I said exactly the same with somebody up there. I said, you don't know how good it was. I said, this stuff is awful. There's like guys now with like multicolored hair and all sorts. I'm like, what is that?
It's
That ain't
not-
a rapper.
I don't care how they look, but it's just like Snoop said in one of his podcasts. It's like they're all rapping like.
You can't understand them, yeah.
Yeah, it's
What do you
shit.
think of Stormzy? Do you like Stormzy? Bit of
I
grime?
know the name, but I haven't really heard anything with him. But he's a British rapper, right?
Yeah, he just grime. I tell you what, I think you'd like him, man. He's good.
Yeah.
He's good, man. There's another one called, oh man, there's one really, I think it's called like Big Panda or something, the song. Oh man, it's awful. What's it called? Oh, give me a sec. Let me get this up here if I can, okay? Yeah, here we go. A guy called Designer, okay,
Oh,
with a double
yeah.
I, and a song called Panda.
That's old. That's an old one.
Oh, it's awful.
That's old.
Here we go. Wait, come here, play.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Oh, look at what he's saying.
Panda.
I don't get it. I'm listening to it and I'm like, dude, I don't understand a goddamn word you're saying.
Actually, that song, you don't understand what the hell he's saying, but the beat is fire, so it's alright.
Yeah. That's what I mean. It's some of the beats good. I'm like, yeah, if there was some lyrics you could understand, I might get into it. But the rest, I'm like, nah. Like,
Yeah.
dude, get out. Just get out of here. Get out of here.
Yeah, the
Okay.
door is there.
The good thing is, like, I've got like at work, got the work radio on, and they have old school kind of. It's like late '90s, 2000s, and hip hop, and it's like, oh, I'm okay now. I'm good. Bit of Biggie popping up every now and then too.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's what I'm talking about.
It's crazy. Everything was better in the 90s. I sound like I'm an old dude. I was born in the 90s, but the rap was better in the 90s. Like, television was better in the 90s. Boxing was better in the 90s.
Boxing
Yeah,
definitely was.
right now I'm watching James Toney versus Michael Nunn. That's why I'm saying that.
Oh, nice, man. No, but it was, though. Boxing 90s was lit. Like, it was so good. Like, you had, especially with, like, Chris Eubank, you had Nigel Benn. Oh, man, like, that kind of boxing then, and you had your Lennox Lewis, your Holyfields. Man, that was some legit crazy.
I think Lennox Lewis is one of the most underrated fighters in the history of boxing.
Yeah, top three.
Because he
Easy.
beat everybody. He might not have been as entertaining as a Mike Tyson, but it's not always the most entertaining fighter that wins. Pacquiao and Mayweather is the best example of that. Pacquiao is super entertaining, right?
Yes.
And Mayweather is pretty boring, but Mayweather is like outscoring Pacquiao easy.
Yeah. But Pacquiao would put it all on the line. Like, he was all or nothing. There was no, I'll play it safe. He just went in, and he went in heavy. Like, he didn't care. And I love that. I think that's what people adhere to. Like, look at even Ricky Hatton. I know he got beat by Pacquiao and Mayweather, but man, people loved him because he went in there and he just didn't care. He bit down and he just threw down. Like, that's the kind of...
From my understanding, he also seems like a people's man.
Oh yeah, he's so good. He's so
Yeah.
cool, and he's funny, man. He is a funny guy. Like,
Cool.
we call him Ricky Fatton now, but he's
I
funny.
think that's one thing have. They have like that funny, like a good sense of humor. I
Yeah.
remember when Tyson Fury and Vlad, they had to do some media for. Oh, what did I do here?
No, it's all good. It's all good. You turn the camera around, I think.
How the hell did I do that?
There would, on your phone, there'd be a button. There you go. There you are. Yeah.
Go, there we go. Bam.
Yeah, because Tyson came as Batman, didn't he?
No, what I meant was like they were talking, and then Tyson Fury is saying to Vladimir, like, "You got as much charisma as my underpants. Zero, none, mate, none." I freaking like that. And then Vlad, he was like, I'm so embarrassed. I lost to this athlete." And then Tyson Fury stands up, shows his belly, and like, "I'm not an athlete. I'm just a fat motherfucker," or something like that. "You lost to this." And then he's like, blah, 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 in his like with his fat belly, right? That was pretty funny.
Yeah, it was
Hilarious.
good, man. Another great boxer, Joe Kawasaki, man. He
beat Denmark's Kessler, so yeah.
Oh, yeah, sorry, man. But
No,
he's
actually,
Welsh. He's Welsh, but he's a legend, man.
Yeah, he was good as well. I like Kawasaki. He had that fucking like that toughness. Like he just kept coming forward. I like that.
Yeah, and he broke his hands, and he still just keep throwing them, and he just didn't, just like switched off from, man. He was legit, man. He always had, that was only his problem, man. It was the brittle hands, and he just boxed and just kept breaking, and it was just like, oh man.
That's sad because a lot of people, they call him like Slapsaki, but like he said, like the only reason he was kind of slapping was because his hand had been broke so many times that he had to do it.
Yeah. I was like, you break your hands and then punch me. Yeah. Now that's why you want to slap. Yeah. People who've never done that, like competed in any kind of combat sports, they sometimes don't understand why people do that kind of thing. And you think, dude, it's just obscene. The pain is too much. But you gotta fight, and you gotta fight some way. Slapping, I don't care. I'll throw whatever I can. If I can throw a slap, I'll throw a slap. And Kawasaki did it really smart, man. And dude, went undefeated. Was it 47 or something like that? 48-0.
46.
46. There you
I'm
go.
a freaking boxing encyclopedia in here.
Ah, nice, man. I was close. I like the Jeff Lacey fight, man. That Jeff Lacey fight was...
That was his breakout fight.
Yeah, and it was one of his top performances where Lacey was deemed as like this top legend, and he just walked through him like he was sparring with an amateur. It just made it look so easy. Oh, Lacey just went down after that.
It's seriously, when you watch that fight, it's like a cat playing with a mouse. He's just like, just slapping the shit out of it.
It's crazy, wasn't it, man? Oh, man. I remember watching that live, and I was just like, oh, man. I was like, what? You
were watching that live, you lucky bastard.
I was, man. No. I wasn't live at the event. Sorry, no.
Okay.
I was watching live on TV. I was too poor. I couldn't do that stuff then, man. Like I've already I couldn't do any of that back then. But like now, I don't do boxing. I do UFC events. But I haven't done boxing events like you say, man. There's no boxing out there that gets me. There's only one guy in boxing now that gets me going.
Let me guess.
It's
probably Lomachenko, right?
He's a wizard. He's a wizard.
Yeah, he's pretty sick.
I watch so much of his stuff, and I'm like, damn. I will study his footwork and everything, and I'll go to the gym, and then I'll try, and I'll realize, I am 60 pounds, 70 pounds heavier. It's probably why I can't do it.
Yeah, he's very good.
Yeah, man. And that's
I was surprised the way he beat that dude Nicholas Walters, because I thought, okay, Walters, he could probably give him some problems, but no.
No, not even close. It was disgusting how good. I can't. We wouldn't mind a bit of adversity, but no, it's not even hard work, and man, he's just so good. But like, it's nice seeing like TJ Dillashaw doing stuff with him, and you think, man, that's good, man. Like if you're TJ Dillashaw and you get to spar and do a bit of training with him, that's something that's going to add to his skill set big time.
Probably yes. It's probably going to give him some tips and tricks and
I've seen a bit of sparring footage of it because I think they were sparring, and then I think TJ caught him with something. Obviously, Lummy was just being quite relaxed, and then Lummy went, okay, and then he just saw Lummy turn on. You went, yep, Not even got a chance now. It just was like, yeah, should have done
It's
that.
like fighting a shadow.
Oh yeah, I've boxed.
And it-
I've boxed with a Commonwealth Games boxer, two
Yeah.
times Commonwealth Games boxer, and he was Christian was light heavyweight, heavyweight. Man, like my arms were knackered from punching thin air, man. Like, dude, he was a big guy, but just so smooth. And I was exhausted punching thin air. I was just and then he would he would walk through me, like he'd light me up like a Christmas tree. In
Yeah.
boxing, but then I'm like, right, okay, we've done a couple of rounds of that. Okay, we're gonna do some boxing wrestling, so we incorporate takedowns with the boxing. Then I was okay. I was like,
Then
all
you
right,
couldn't do anything.
just double leg, double leg, double leg.
It's crazy how much like the UFC have like done for martial arts in the world. Like back in '93 and before, everybody would believe in shit like the Jean-Claude Van Damme movies, and like
Yes.
you could do shit like that, and karate was effective and shit, and boxers was the baddest people on the planets and stuff.
Yeah.
And now everybody knows what's up.
They do know, and that's why I love watching those YouTube videos. You just go, Aikido versus MMA, smash, smash.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like that. It's like in Avengers with Hulk and Loki when he smashes me. Like, yep, it's pretty
Yeah.
much every time.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Exactly.
love watching that, bro. Look, Mads, I won't keep you too much longer, man. I know you're going to get going because you've got to get some sleep, get some rest and recovery for training for finishing off the fight camp. But before I let you go, buddy, give us your social media, man. How can people jump on, give you a follow on social media?
Go follow me on Instagram, Mads Burnell, and my Facebook is Mads Burnell as well. And a shout out to Arte Suave and my sponsors, Budexperten and rawfood.dk. And then a shout out to my sparring partner, Louis Glisman, Damir Hadzovic, Coach Kupchi, all the guys at Suave. I'll see you. Thank you.
Yep, thank you so much, Mads. Great having you on. Have a
Yeah.
great time performing in Liverpool for the fight fans. Look forward to seeing you when I'm over there as well. And we'll probably share a drink after, you, Arnold, and we'll get the drinks in. We'll have shots or something like that, all right?
Yeah. Have a
Cheers,
good
brother.
Bye. Bye.
Cheers.
Yeah.
There we go. All done. Thanks very much, Mads. Honestly,